Welcome to another episode of Oh Charlee Please, where it's faith first, shade second, and a little bit of common sense somewhere in between. I am your girl Charlee, and baby, I want to thank y'all for sticking beside me if you have returned. Now, I know that this episode is a little late, but baby, this week has been a hell of a week. Do know that you can listen to Old Charlee Please on all listening platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Overcast, and Audible. Yes, your girl is now on Audible, and I keep priding myself on that because, baby, I'm over there with the books and things. I'm over there with the audio books, okay? Be sure you are liking the episodes, you are subscribing on your listening platforms, and you are commenting on the episode. Again, I love when y'all shout me out on the socials, but I would appreciate it if y'all would leave those comments on those platforms to get me on the analytics and all that good jazz. Because this week has been so crazy, I was not able to record this episode as my first video podcast episode that's solo, y'all. Oh my God, I'm so sad. I would say this. When I am devastated with news that I do not favor, it just throws me off creatively. I can't think. I can't remember things. I can't get in my bag. I can't do none of that. And this week has been a hell of a week. I will say that. This week has been a hell of a week. I want to say, it's always unfortunate to know or to learn that the people that you marvel, the people that you go up for, the people that you champion don't feel the same about you. Or they never felt the same about you. It sucks to know that, damn, the person who I genuinely liked and somewhat cared about, when you say care for them, those sentiments aren't echoed. It's never fun to learn that somebody really they played with you the whole time. And I'm just gonna be real, like, I'm not a person that is really like, I'm not an emotional person. I'm not a person that's easily rocked by everything that comes my way. But when certain shit happens to me with certain people, my feelings get a little raw. I ain't gonna hold you. That shit hurt. And I just want to say this, and I keep saying this, y'all. Stop trying to be in proximity with people you know you do not like or enjoy. Stop cosplaying friendship and great working relationships and parasocial dynamics if you do not like somebody. It makes no sense for you to sit up here and have to pretend to care about somebody, to like somebody, to support somebody, if you know you do not like them, if you do not care for them. That is absolutely crazy. It makes no sense. I'm the type of person, if you are not my cup of tea, if you are somebody who does not fare over well with me, I'm not going to waste my time being in your face. I would rather let you rock over there with what you do. I'm going to rock over here with what I do. And that's going to be the ends of it. We ain't got to be nasty towards one another. We ain't got to tear each other down. We ain't got to do none of that. But what I'm finding is what's happening in this community, and I can only speak to this community because this is the community I'm a part of. A lot of y'all are okay with pretending with people. It's like you work so hard to gain a person's trust, to infiltrate their circles, to be in their face, to build quote unquote community with them. And behind closed doors, you ripping them to shreds. Everything they do, you got something to say about it, right? I want people to understand it is never okay. It is never okay to shake someone's hand in public and dog them out in private. I don't understand it. And I'm glad I don't understand it because shit like that is not for me to understand. It sucks because we always talking about sisterhood and community and curating space and being a safe space. And you really have some people out here who are going out of their way to get next to people, to befriend them, to act as if they loving on them, to act as if they're their soft landing, to do business with them. You going out of your way to do all of this. Just for you to know, you don't give a fuck about these people. It really is, I'm never going to clinically diagnose nobody, but it got to be crazy to live a life like that. And not only are you talking shit about them, you essentially lying on them. It's like you know the information. You bear witness to the things they've gone through, the things that have been said and done, and you still gonna sit up here and say the opposite. I gave you a front row seat to what I was going through, and you still spent the narrative as if I was the fucking problem. Which leads me to my next point. If you are going to be a person to do all these things, your lies got to make sense. The lies have to make sense. You have to be good at telling that lie and spinning a narrative. Okay? You really have to do a good job of let me calm down. You have to do a good job of being a storyteller if you're going to do that. It's one thing to spill tea. It's another thing to make up tea that don't even make sense. It's just unfortunate that I had to find out the things that I found out and to kind of I had to kind of process those feelings because, like I said, I don't take to a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest. Hell, I'm just not. I don't deem myself as a real friendly person. I do have people I like. I do have people I enjoy, but for the most part, I'm the type of person. If I rock with you, cool. If I don't, that's cool too. I just want you to stay over there, and we gonna rock it like that. But it's just never okay to find out these things. And I'm not mad. And now at first I was, I'm human. I'm going to feel all the things, but I think disappointment is the best word to use here. It's just disappointing to find certain things out. It really, really is. And I want people to stop the foolishness. Don't work so hard to gain somebody's trust and you are in the thick of things with them and you calling them BFF and sissy and my best half and all that, and you're not a good person. You don't treat people well. You don't talk about people in the right way. It's never okay to do things like that. So that was my little spiel. Y'all know this podcast is my outlet to say the things that I want to say uninterrupted, and that's it. if you gonna be in community, if you gonna build community, if you gonna curate space, if you gonna hold space, if you're gonna do business with people, if you're gonna try to cultivate relationships, you have to take care of all of that. And you have to be a you have to be supportive in all that. You have to make sure that you're taking care of people and you're taking care of their name in rooms that they may never enter. So that was my little spiel on that. What I want to talk about. Oh Lord. If you are part of the Black Book community, you know that Threads has been a complete dumpster fucking fire this week. There was a situation where there was an author that went and found a review that she didn't particularly like. Now, to be honest, fair and transparent, the review was made on Threads. The review did not tag the author. It made mention of the author's work. The review was a 3-star, but there was a part in there that could be deemed as a little shady as far as, oh, let me go find something better to read or whatever to that nature. And, okay, whatever, right? The author, when it, was doing a thread search or whatever, saw it and baby set Threads ablaze, said some things that did not make sense. Like, oh, you better be lucky I ain't cuss you out behind this. And it's just kind of like, all right, authors, let me reel y'all in. Now, I feel like a few things are happening here. So there was a point in time that there were some people making content and doing ratings and reviews for authors, Black book authors in the Black indie space. And they were just running amok. They was doing this content and these reviews and they was tagging these authors. And it got a little crazy. And it got to the point to where we had to step in as readers and influencers like, hey, bitch, okay, you're not going to be talking about these people like this. You need to reel that shit in, right? But now I think there was so much of an overcorrection of that to where we feel like readers and authors alike that there is nothing bad that can be said. And baby, let me tell you, that ain't how that's supposed to work. Now, as an author, I get that you want your work to be a 5-star across the board. And why not? You done spent your time, your energy. You've done the things. Like, you done sit there and develop a storyline, a plot, characters, all the things. And when you hit and type the end, you be like, oh, I'm finna fuck the city up with this one. And you just very well may. The problem is when you go looking for things. Now, as readers, we have respected the author's wishes with some of us, because some of us still out there wilding. We're not going to tag you in this, but we're going to let the people know, hey, this book wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. I gave it a solid 3 stars. Do with that what you will. Didn't tag the author. Didn't make mention of the author's name. That was it. If we cannot be honest in our critiques and the way we view things, we may as well stop this. Because I feel like what's happening is that, well, before I go there, a 3-star is not a bad rating. I'm sorry. A 2-star, 2.5, but 3 out of 5 stars is not bad. 3 out of 5 stars is not bad. It's not. And even if somebody says something in a review that you deem shady, you weren't tagged. Nobody shitted on you. But what I was going to say, I think what's happening too is that people want the participation trophy. I showed up, I gave y'all something, give me my 5 stars. No. That don't work like that either. So authors, it's like you got to have a healthy balance, because I fear what's going to start happening is that people they're going to read the book and they're going to talk about it amongst their friends groups, and you're never going to get ratings, reviews, content made about your books, because people don't want to be attacked online. So authors, love y'all down, but y'all got to figure out what y'all want from us. Do y'all want honest reviews and critiques? Do y'all want us to not mention y'all? Like, I can't give you the trophy after every one of your books. It's just not gonna happen like that. So, the other thing to that is, they were saying authors shouldn't be in reader spaces, and I honestly don't know what a reader space is in this community. I could not tell you that because I feel like Threads is just social media. It's not reader specific. So I don't know what that means. Now, if there is a reader group that readers have cultivated and carved out for themselves, and an author were to enter that, I get it. That, okay, yeah, now you entered in here as the only author in a reader space where they rating and talking shit. That, to me, that is a reader space. But being online amongst your peers in this ecosystem of Black books, particularly Threads is not just a reader space. And I don't even want us to think that we need to make authors feel like they can't join us over there. That ain't how that works. You're on Threads, just a social media platform. It just so happens to have readers and authors. But as a reader, we can't say you shouldn't be over here. Now, you can say don't follow people that read and rate reviews for your books. You can curate your algorithm the way you want it. But Threads is just not a reader space. Just my 2 cents. Got that out the way. What else I want to talk about? Oh, let me shout out Nakara, aka the Bookish Hottie, who has the But Make It Books podcast. She had myself and Nisha on the show this week. It was a good time. We met Nakara last October at Black Book Bash, and we were already following her. We already, going back and forth online, bigging each other up. We met her in person, loved her down. A real Baltimore girly, if you will. She's always doing it for Be More. And she had us on the show, and we had a good time. It was real good. It's always good when myself and Nisha get to go to other people's show, got to kick our feet up on her couch and just, show her love, give her flowers. And, we talk things in the Black book community. We talked about some good stuff, some crazy stuff, and we just loved on each other. So make sure y'all check out that episode. She, too, is on all listening platforms, and she has a YouTube as well, is But Make It Books podcast on YouTube. So shout out to you, Nakara. We appreciate you so much for having us. Speaking of being special guests on things, if you follow my girl authoress Nay, and that's Nai, we will be on the Floor is Yours podcast for Refined and Ratchet, February 26th. We're going to be over there kicking and kikiing with our girl. It's our second time going to be over there at her house. So y'all make sure y'all check that out on TikTok Live. And speaking of myself and Nisha, Baby Refined and Ratchet is officially coming back. We are in session with recordings. We can't wait to see y'all. We dropped the promo video yesterday. Well, we played a little trick on y'all, like, oh, we into Refined and Ratchet. Y'all know that ain't gonna happen, baby. I've been with that girl 20 years. At this point, baby, she stuck with me. It just is what it is. What I want to talk about here? Oh, what I'm reading. So I am reading a new to me author. Her name is Tiffany Gray. And her book, Daddy, is a time. It is a time. Tiffany Gray, you are new to me author, but baby, I'm going to be at your house a little more often. Yeah. Y'all need to go check that out if y'all haven't done so already. That is a good book. I'm enjoying myself right now. I think I'm about 48% in. And yes, ma'am. I finished the Who's Watching Shorty audiobook by Rashonda Landfair. I finished it on yesterday. Oh, I hope that man, Robert Sylvester Kelly, never sees the light of day. He needs to be there until he takes his last breath. And even then, they need to have a prison for him in hell. Shout out to you, Rashonda, for finally telling your story and being so brave as a victim of child abuse, sexual abuse. That girl went through a lot from the age of 12 up into her 20s. She was a victim of this man, and I'm so glad that she is able to tell her story now. So if y'all ain't if y'all need something else to read outside of urban fiction, street lit, and all that's a good one. And again, I listen to the audiobook, and to hear her narrate her own story, and just my heart goes out to you. And I hope that you can find the peace and healing from that situation. I know it's gonna take time, but baby girl, you deserve that. You honestly do deserve that. Speaking of books, shout out to Kenya J. Kenya J's debut novel Interlude drops today. First of all, congratulations. Second of all, baby, what you doing over there at your house? Because I have only read the synopsis. And from the synopsis, it says it's about a Grammy-winning woman. Her marriage is under severe duress. It involves a London rapper. And baby, the synopsis got me. Usually when I read a synopsis, I be like, let me go see. Because I read the synopsis. Some people go into books blind, but I read them. And just reading that synopsis is just kind of like, okay, Kenya girl. So I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna read it. It's about 330 pages or so like that. I can't wait to see what Kenya brings us. So Kenya J, shout out to you. This is major. Y'all make sure y'all go support the book, download it, review it, do all the things, because we definitely support Black authors over here. We really, really do. So yeah. Oh, y'all. Again, I feel like every week I'm bringing y'all some Memphis shit. Okay. Oh my God. This week is no different. Unless you have been living under a rock, my beloved female Memphis rapper, one of my faves, Glorilla, baby, her sister has been running amok on the internet. Glorilla's sister Victoria has been on the internet saying, "Oh, Glow came up, forgot about us. We was in the struggle together, and she basically got all this money, and she ain't reached back for the family." If you do not know, Gloria Hallelujah Boyd, aka Glorilla, her mom and dad has 10 children, okay? Between them, 10. They grew up in a situation that was not favorable. Glow was one of the ones that made it out. Now, family dynamics are hard. Family dynamics for Black people are especially hard. Family dynamics with Black people are especially hard, especially when there is money involved and everybody is not on the same level as getting money. This girl has been going on tour, Gloria's sister. Her name is Victoria, but they have been calling her Bro-Rilla because she's a part of the LGBTQIA+ community, which is short for she's living her life as a stud. And she's just basically on there just saying, Glow ain't shit. You ain't doing nothing for mama. You ain't doing nothing for daddy. You don't care about us. The siblings that you do got with you treat them like the help. And I feel like it's a lot of misplaced anger over there. I don't want to shit on nobody's family. I would just say this. If you're going to be mad at anybody, young lady, you have to be mad at your parents for putting you in such financial duress from birth. Okay? It is not Gloria's job or Glorilla's job to take care of you. It's not even like you asked her to invest in anything as far as a business or your education or anything. You're just saying, gimme, 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 gimme. I knew we lost the plot with that one when she went on TMZ and they said, so if Gloria is worth, let's say, $2 million, if she was to give all the family members money, how much money should she be giving you all individually? This girl said $2,500. I knew then that we had lost the plot. and she don't understand financial literacy. But I will say the upside to all this is that now she is monetized on a few of her platforms. People are sending her money. She's being paid to do interviews. And peace and blessings to you, young lady. I hope that you get that figured out. It's never okay to trash your sister for whatever reason, because you feel like you're entitled to things that she has accomplished in this space. Not this space, in this rap game or whatever. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Where we at now? Ooh, child, because y'all know I got to get up out of here, honey. I do not make these long. Oh, I want to do a Black History Month moment. Did y'all know that Hidden Valley Ranch was created by a black man? Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. It's news to me. So in the 1950s, a black man by the name of Steve Henson, who was a cowboy, a plumber, an entrepreneur, while he was working in Alaska, he developed buttermilk based dressing. And I just thought that was so cool because, damn, the more you know, right? So it said that he and his wife Gail opened up Hidden Valley Guest Ranch near Santa Barbara, California, where they popularized the dressing. And y'all know Hidden Valley Ranch dressing is a hit, baby. Now, although I ain't no ranch girl, I kind of like blue cheese myself, but Hidden Valley, nigga, a black man did that. A black man and his wife. So, he took ownership of the company and all that up until 1972. He sold it to Clorox for $8 million in 1972. So Clorox, I think, is still the sole owner for Hidden Valley Ranch. But I just thought that was really, really cool that he did that. Like, shout out to black people. We always making shit better. Like, god damn. Being black is dangerous, but it's showing the fuck is lit. And I'm here for it, yo. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. I just want to thank y'all again for stopping by the Old Charlee Please podcast. I want to say, if I said something that hurt your feelings, pray about it. If I said something that helped you, share the episode. Always lead with love, good intentions, and positivity. And remember, everything you read is not going to be a 5-star. But you still got to read it. You got to rate it. And authors, you got to accept it. Okay? All right. So, again, this has been another episode of Oh, Charlee Please, where it's faith first, shade second. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review. And I will talk to y'all on next week. All right. Bye.